the culture in you.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Chef Che, your LA-based, loyalty-raised music appreciator that loves to get the people what they want. Thanks for tuning in. This is episode 2. It's official. We received a few questions about me, who I am, what I do, blase. And I think the best way to answer a lot of these questions is really for you all to come along this journey with us and connect and learn who I am for yourself. We all have our own perspectives, and over time, I'd love to hear all of yours. So I think the best thing we should do today is to start with the topic of self-help, right? So it's something I think about on a daily basis. I think as a culture, that should be the prime focus for a lot of our minds. However, that may look to each of you, whether it's a hobby, therapy, reading, learning, exercising, talking, expressing. Our culture is known for being strong, and I think it's a beautiful power we have, but it also is draining. It could be a draining power. You know, we have to stay on our A game, and in order to do that, we have to take the necessary steps and engage in the necessary practices to get healthy and remain that way. You know, remain healthy, remain balanced, remain grounded, remain connected. Everyone's practice of self-help is going to be different. And that is a great thing. You know, we shouldn't all be the same. We aren't all the same. We don't learn the same. Learn to not engage in envious or unhealthy thoughts while aligning in a space such as this. You know, finding yourself includes finding what works best for you, what foods you like, what songs you like to listen to, what movies interest you or soothing to the soul. All those things make up who you are. For me, my self-help comes from a lot of reading, spending an obscene amount of time with my family and dogs, having open and honest conversations with loved ones, talking to, doing things that may not even be as conservative or thought about, like talking to the ocean in times of need, relaying to your ancestors and really reaching back or forward. You know, writing and making music. Some of the things on my list may seem weird or odd to you, but it's what makes me great, right? I wanted to spend time this first episode giving and receiving advice on self-help. So really, I just want you to tap in to whatever that is to you. There's so much going on in the world that we have to be aware of self-health, inner thoughts, inner strength, spirituality, love, and positivity. Since Corona has started, it's been a pretty, I don't want to say out-of-body experience, but it's just been a pretty draining experience on people of color, specifically black individuals, black people, black women, black children, black men, black trans. It's been hard balancing COVID, balancing the change of reality and normalcy to balancing normalcy. You know, like it's normal, which is not a good thing. This isn't good, but it's normal for racism. So it's like now, like we're just a fish out of fucking water. And I don't think the rest of the world gets it. I think a lot of people have their own things going on in life. But I would dare them to have all those things going on in life, imagining that this person across them has that same stuff going on, that same exact stuff. They know how hard it is. They know what's going on in life, all that stuff, the things that they're doing, the money and all this other stuff. But then let's put like an extra 20-pound bag on them. Do you think that they're standing? Do you think that they are not struggling? Do you think that they're not about to break? That's the black experience in this specific moment, in this time. That is the black experience, regardless of class. Regardless of class, That is what we are experiencing every single day, almost every moment that we're not in our space. Because even in our space, we're thinking about it, right? How can I move different? How can I be different? How can I make these niggas comfortable? Right? I hate even going to the bank. Especially in times like COVID. Fucking walk in there with your hat on because you ain't got a haircut, a mask on because you need a mask. Can't leave the house or can't go anywhere without a mask. And don't add shades to that bitch because then it looks like you're robbing the place. And I'm just like to have to think like that. Sometimes it's scary. To have to remember that you can't move how they say you should be able to move in the United States of America, in this society. This should be the land of the free, the home of the fucking brave. You can start a new life here. But they didn't tell you that they control the key to all that. They control the key to your freedom. They control how successful you get in life. You know what I mean? The only thing you can control is the fucking dog you bought and what they're going to eat today. It's crazy. But today, in non-shocking but shocking news, in the Breonna Taylor case, a Kentucky grand jury indicted one of the 3 officers linked to the illegal and wrongfully executed warrant on Breonna Taylor's residence, where she was asleep with her long-term boyfriend, Kenneth Walker, who was also wounded in the encounter, right? She lost her life. He was wounded. The officer, Brett Hankinson, who was indicted on three counts of wanton endangerment. Wanton endangerment, for the people in the back, the definition is a person is guilty of wanton endangerment in the first degree when, under circumstances manifesting extreme indifference to the value of human life, he wantonly engages in conduct which creates a substantial danger of death or serious physical injury to another person. Now, let me just let you guys know, with these 3 counts, it has nothing to do with Breonna Taylor. It has everything to do with bullets he fired recklessly, right, into neighboring apartment units. But how can this be? How can Breonna Taylor still not get justice? When just 2 weeks ago, the city of Louisville came to a $12 million settlement with her family for wrongdoing. What about that makes sense? What about that makes sense? I don't. Every day, it's interesting looking at yourself and being like, oh, you asked me a year ago, did I have faith in the justice system? And I would have flat out said no. And not that my answer hasn't changed, but if you ask me today, do I have faith in the justice system? I would say no, but I thought I did, right? It's a little confusing, but I didn't think that this would be it. If anything, I thought 3 of them would get charged. They might have low charges. They might only get 1 murder, maybe manslaughter, But to just let us down every day. And the justice system is built of every kind of person playing a role. But those people don't have, though their intentions are to have these things, qualities, characteristics, they don't have integrity. They don't have loyalty. they don't have love. And I don't even know if they really do want to protect and serve. And if they do, who? Because the people are asking not to protect and serve the way you are, or the way you deem necessary. And you still do it. So you're not protecting and serving the people. It's just not. And shout out to Breonna Taylor's family that has to go through this experience, this tragedy, and all the other families that had to go through this. I'm not going to go down the list of names because it would take up the other 20 minutes of the podcast. But we have to force better. We have to force better. How do we force better? I don't know. I'm not a politician. I didn't go to school for this. This wasn't cool for us. Now you realize why it wasn't cool, right? When we were younger, coming up. Why it wasn't cool to be a fucking politician. Because they wanted to run it. They don't want you to be a politician and come and change your motherfucking rules. Stay in your lane, black child. Stay in your lane. We're waking up. The violence is being seen more and more, but nothing, in my opinion, it feels like nothing is changing. Feels like we're getting weaker, tired. Feels like we're stretching arms that have been stretched from here to Africa. It feels like we'll never be seen. They want to acknowledge slavery in movies. They don't want to acknowledge it in real life. Oh, that was a long time ago. Why are you still talking about that? Well, you weren't a slave. Anyways. I also wanted to bring up on lighter news, I guess. Not lighter news. It's all fucked up news. Who cares? This is, on YouTube, there's a guy named DJ Vlad. I used to watch his videos. Always felt scummy about it. Always felt I shouldn't, right? Always felt like he was exploiting our people. But I'm not going to lie, I was a sheep in this instance. You see people you have respect for, I'm not going to say look up to, but you see people you have respect for, go on this platform, discuss the thing they discuss, sometimes even dropping really insightful gems. But it just never felt right? It just never felt right. And recently, I guess, Vlad, in an interview with D.L. Hughley, misquoted Minister Farrakhan. And I guess the reference was into Jewish people. And, if you do watch Vlad, you hear him discuss how he doesn't agree with a lot of the things Minister Farrakhan vocalizes, which is fine. That's neither here nor there. But he misquoted him, which is also, again, not a big issue. But I think you really see someone's character when you get to see them. You get to see both sides of them, right? You get to see them in a situation. You get to see how they deal with the situation. You get to see how they articulate and how they think and all these things. It gets a little deeper than surface, right? So I think it was fine that he misquoted him, and it's fine to make a statement retracting it, and it's fine to take down the video. But when you're in our culture, which you've acknowledged, surrounded by black people, always trying to talk about how you've helped us, because he takes a lot of credit for a lot of things in this culture when it's not as it seems. And when we as a people ask, hey man, maybe you should apologize, right? Because being in the culture doesn't mean you're of it. Understanding you still don't have the same life and experiences as a person melanated. You can't have an opinion when it comes to us at the round table. When we at the round table, when we say, no, you know what, Vlad, you actually need to apologize. And even if we make it seem like it's optional, it's not. Black people don't give you motherfucking options in here, okay? When you come into our court, you ain't got no options. We ain't got no options in your motherfucking court. You ain't got no options in ours. And I think the way he handled that part, because at the end, he basically said, I won't apologize, but if I did, he would have to come onto the show, basically. A show he doesn't pay people to go on. A show he's already disrespected our minister, Farrakhan. And who validated him, right? Why do you feel like you have so much bravado, so much ego, so much that he has to come to you? He has to be on your platform. He has to answer your questions. But I'm gonna have to tell you, Vlad, this culture, the culture that you're in, the people you surround yourself with that are melanated like me, we have the same beliefs as him. Nick Cannon, when he spoke about Jews and being in the Jewish community being somewhat in historical context, being barbarians, we believe that shit. That's really how we feel. Now, we understood why he had to apologize. We didn't like it, but we understood why he had to apologize. Because y'all run it. Y'all say something about us, we don't shut shit down. We don't, you know what I'm saying? There ain't no, you fired. But let us say something about a Jew or some shit like that, and boy, I tell you, let Nick say something about a Jew, and boy, DJ Vlad is upset. I think people like Vlad really need to humble and understand that we allowed the space for you. We built your platform. It wasn't seeing Vlad's name up there that got people going. It didn't get me going to your videos. It didn't get me to watch it. It wasn't because Vlad was interviewing. It was what the people I respect, the people that I choose to be influenced by in one way or the other, go on your platform and have something to say. Be able to reach me on a platform. A lot of these people don't really do that many interviews, so they're forgotten industry-wise. It took everything in me at some points to keep watching your show. You would have a Taxstone on there, or Charlemagne. You'd have all these people that I was like, oh yeah, okay. If Charlemagne's on here, all right, I could watch it. Then Charlemagne must know something I don't know. I'm going to follow his lead. Because that's what we do, right? We ain't never done this before. Black folks ain't never done this before. We don't know. We don't know. But I tell you, goddammit, I'm only bringing this up because I want to make people aware. Do your research. Look into these people. Look into the Breonna Taylor case. Look into the Vlad misquotes. Look into books. Look into self-help. Self-health. Look into your inner thoughts. Look into these things that we are now becoming awakening, right? Use your third eye. I try not to be too serious, and I know it's my second episode, but these are really important topics right now. And we'll have days of lighter times and jokes and, can't stop laughing. But right now, I don't find anything funny. I don't find coronavirus funny, whether it's real or not for the believers and non-believers. I don't find this Breonna Taylor case funny. I don't find this Vlad misquote funny. I don't find the media funny. I don't find the entertainment business funny anymore. I don't find any of these things funny. Anyways, last thing I want to get into, people. Especially we're on this topic of COVID and just all these things that are happening right now in this moment. And I think we should end it off with a question of, are friends important to have? And everybody's going to have different answers because there's introverts, there's extroverts, and I get it. And I'm somebody that has 1-2 friends, and that's it. That's all I need. But are friends important to have? I've been thinking to myself constantly during this time. Are friends important to have? After this experience that we're going through, after this time, this trial, do I open myself up to building and learning how to build friendships? Because they're not my strong suit. Now, a lot of people out there be like, especially on this social media time where people just want to like your picture and hope you respond, send a DM, and just so no connection. No real connection, right? It's all made up. It's a fantasy. Instagram's a fucking fantasy for y'all people in the back. But are friends important? I want you to ask yourself that. And I really want you to come up with your answer. Because I don't have. For my life, are friends important? My friends are important. Are more friends important than what I have already? No. Do I need any more friends in my life during this time? No. And that's for a two-way street, right? I don't need friends right now because I can't focus on it and I have things. But also, I don't think I'd be a good friend right now. It's hard enough being a girlfriend. So, hey guys, look, I'm here to bring up what's going on in the culture, to give you these hot topics, to really dissect them with you so you can see how my brain works. Dissect it with me. So please like, share, comment. If you can, send me DMs with questions you may have, topics you may want me to talk about, anything, ideas you may have, because this is our platform, right? I'm not DJ Vlad. I'm not trying to make it about me. I'm not trying to take credit for shit that is not my place to take credit for. As this platform grows, it grows because of you guys. As this platform makes money, it elevates and it transcends and opens up to more of you guys. I'm not trying to make money, monetize, and just take it for myself, because that's just not healthy. Giving is what we're supposed to do, right? I wanted to do this platform to give knowledge, to receive knowledge from your giving. So please, 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 just put on your seatbelts, throw a little bit of faith my way, throw a little bit of love my way, like, share, and comment, and send questions. So with that, I'm Chef Che, and you just tuned into the Culture Menu Podcast. Tap in.